This is the World on Water 2025 Rolex Fastnet Race special for August 1st. Spectators in their thousands swarmed Cowes Green and the shores of the western Solent to witness the start of the 51st Rolex Fastnet Race. This year's event marks the centenary of the first Fastnet race that saw 7 boats set sail from Ryde and finish in Plymouth in 1925. Fittingly, the starts are a new record entry of 444 competitors, up from the previous largest of 430 in 2023, confirming the event as the world's largest offshore race. With Cowes and the Solent overcast thanks to an occluded front, the starts took place beneath an overcast sky in a 10 to 12 knot southwesterly and a building ebb tide. Our report starts with a race preview and then the race start.
The Rolex Fastnet Race, the world's largest offshore challenge. A century of stories, storms, triumphs, and heartbreak. Pros at the pinnacle of performance, seasoned Corinthian teams, and rising talent all preparing for the same challenge. Over 450 boats, a record fleet, all sharing the same sea, all chasing the same prize. From the bustling docks of Cowes to the open waters of the Celtic Sea, this 695 nautical mile course demands precision, resilience, and a respect for the sea.
The start in Cowes is an amazing spectacle for everybody. The noise of 450 boats in the breeze getting ready to start. There's an amazing crowd in front of the squadron. It's a lot of time and effort and will to get to the start line.
When you have such a large number of boats on the start line, you know that you're going to have some serious competitors.
You're amongst this huge fleet of boats of all shapes and sizes heading out west through the Solent.
Most normal races, you'd avoid those conditions, but this is the Fastnet and you push through it. You're pushing hard as well.
Racing is serious, can be dangerous at some point.
The Fastnet Rock, a landmark steeped in folklore, the turning mark that separates ambition from achievement. A symbol of survival, the turning point, the halfway mark, etched into sailing history.
The Fastnet Rock is, I've always said, is a mythical place. Every time I get there, it feels special.
Very powerful lighthouse on the middle of this rock island.
There's something about it, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
It's always magic.
Because in this race, finishing is everything. First or last, crossing that line means you've conquered one of sailing's greatest tests.
Getting across the finish line is a monumental achievement. You feel like you've conquered the world.
To be part of the occasion will be immense.
The Rolex Fastnet Race has an unbelievable pull.
Why? Because it is, for many people, it is an adventure. It's, it's on their bucket list. It is a classic race. It's iconic.
The world's largest offshore race, a special centenary edition. A true test of human endeavour is underway. Famous for its prestige, challenging course, and history of achievement, the 51st Rolex Fastnet underlines the race's renown and reputation, with 444 boats crossing the start line off Cowes. A far cry from the 7 boats that marked the first race 100 years ago. Conditions for the 695 nautical mile race that finishes in Cherbourg-en-Cotentin look to be tactically demanding.
It's an amazing test of endurance, skill, fair amount of luck thrown in. I think everyone who's going to start the race will have a weeny bit of trepidation, but an awful amount of excitement.
Having the boat in the right place at the right time is going to be the difference between winning and losing.
Cannons fired from the Royal Yacht Squadron marked each start as the fleet set its sights on the Fastnet Rock, located off the southern tip of Ireland and the race's iconic halfway point. The diverse fleet comprises the very best professional and Corinthian sailors, as well as passionate adventurers. Among them maxi yachts SKH Scallywag, Leopard 3 and Blackjack 100. As the crews continue their journey, join us for more updates in the centenary edition, the Rolex Fastnet Race.
Here we go, Fastnet Race. You know, it's always what it's all about. It's looking like a relatively pleasant race, but there's always a lot of complexity and a lot of detail. I think there'll be some nervous and excited people. You know, we're certainly ready to go.
Good morning. I'm excited. This was always one of the dream races.
The Rolex Fastnet Race is the race. We have to come.
This is actually my first Fastnet. Just the buzz around the yacht haven is incredible. The offshore is when the boat really comes alive, so yeah, really looking forward to it.
I'm actually from Baltimore, which is right beside the rock, so hopefully I get to see my family out there on Monday, which will be pretty special.
We're just cleaning the boats before the Fastnet, yeah, maximise speed out there.
Punchy barnacles.
We want to go out as soon as possible to watch the start of the multi-hulls and the e-mockers and whatever, because I think it's quite amazing.
As dawn was showing its first rays off Cherbourg, so the sleek light blue triple-hulled form of the Ultim trimaran SVR Lazartigue sped across the finish line of the 51st Rolex Fastnet Race to collect overall line honours. Given this year's relatively light winds, her time of 1 day 17 hours 18 minutes 4 seconds was well outside the 1 day 8 hours 38 minutes 27 seconds record time she set in 2023's gale-force conditions. Skipper Tom LaPerche commented, "The race was different, more strategic and tactical. The windiest part was 20 knots, whereas last year it was 35. Versus Banque Populaire, early on, we made a good decision to go close into the English coast and managed to cross them, coming back on starboard. We got in front. It was difficult returning from Fastnet to Scilly because the wind was stronger behind, so they reduced their deficit."
Fastnet Race is one of the name of a race I heard since I'm very young. I find it wonderful to have a professional, amateur, to mix everyone in the Solent. It's something special.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We love it. It's part of sailing history. First, congratulations to the team, to the crew, because we're only 6 on board for a 30 meters long boat, and to leave the Solent, it's a lot of tack. So lots of grinding, good communication together, good spirit.
Obviously a pretty tight bit of water for a boat of this size. It was nice to get a really good start so we didn't have too many boats to interact with on the way up the Solent. I think those were the times where you could gain or lose a massive amount, and I think the team did a really good job with a good setup on board and set us up for a really good race.
The competition was really great. We were 4 Ultim boats. We know that it will be a race important for us this year, to know each other and to sail together. I have many good memories on this Fastnet rock. It was sunny, windy, it was perfect condition sailing there yesterday.
Every time it's still an amazing rock, isn't it? Not many of them come like that. It's always nice to do this race and share such a big race with so many people, professionals and non-professionals, and people who it's a lifetime achievement, if you like, and people who do it all the time and cross paths with all these different people is always a pleasure, and it's nice to be back.
It's a monument of the sailing race. We were very excited to be here this year because special edition. We prefer to win because I never win this race again.
In fact, with Banque Populaire, coming back from Fastnet to Scilly, the wind was better for them, stronger at the back, so they came back, they reduced the gap.
We were pushing hard to get back into them and trying to keep on top of the manoeuvres, not losing any easy miles and pushing as hard as we could. And I mean, you never really know, you just got to sail your best race. It didn't come good in the end, but we managed to claw back some miles, which is kind of reassuring for boat speed.
We stay focused until the finish line. Like always in sailing, I participate 2 times, I win 2 times, so very happy.
Si je devais retenir un moment de cette course, c'est le passage du Fastnet hier après-midi où on a eu la chance de le passer 2 jours avec du vent et on était à pleine vitesse, on est passé très très près, c'était vraiment un moment assez magique. Une 2e place, ouais, c'est sûr bien sûr un petit peu de déception parce qu'on était venu pour chercher la victoire. Maintenant, on est tombé sur plus fort que nous. Ils ont très bien navigué, fait peu d'erreurs, notamment en termes de stratégie. Nous, on en a peut-être commis une en début de course. Et après, difficile de revenir au contact de SVR notamment qui avait un petit matelas d'avance. On a su rattraper Actual, mais pas le premier. Non.
Persistence, tenacity, and tactical awareness. 3 skills in evidence at the centenary edition of the Rolex Fastnet Race. Whilst conditions have been less fearsome than recent editions, the fleet has been teasing its way through the bands of varied pressure. For the leading contenders for monohull line honours, the race has been a game of cat and mouse. SHK Scallywag was the first to reach the Fastnet Rock, the race's iconic halfway turning point on Sunday night, the lead less than 10 minutes ahead of the chasing pair. Overnight, the crew of Blackjack 100 used the conditions to their advantage to sneak ahead. Passing the Isles of Scilly, Blackjack stretched into an unassailable lead, securing monohull line honours at 12:21 on Tuesday morning, 58 minutes ahead of rival Scallywag and reversing the result of the 2024 Rolex Middle Sea Race. Earlier the previous day, the Maxi multi-hulls SVR Lazartigue and Banque Populaire were the first to complete the complex game. The pair of French Ultims raced hard to the finish line. SVR Lazartigue eventually prevailed with an elapsed time of 1 day, 17 hours and 18 minutes. Attention now turns to the main prize, overall victory under IRC. The upwind conditions en route to the Fastnet Rock have slowed much of the fleet, while those round the landmark are enjoying fresh reaching winds. Currently leading in the clubhouse is the American entry Choose 2, which crossed the line at 5:11 on Tuesday morning. With more than 300 yachts on the water still competing for the Fastnet trophy, crews are digging deep into their reserves of resilience and determination. Join us again to find out who will be the overall winner on corrected time of the 2025 Rolex Fastnet Race.
While little known outside of France, the Ocean 50s, X-Multi 50s, are a trimaran class on the ascent with 9 boats competing in the centennial Rolex Fastnet Race as part of their annual calendar. Despite being a speedy box rule class, they enjoyed some of the closest racing across the fleet. Highly surprising was just how competitive the double-handed Ocean 50s demonstrated themselves to be in the Rolex Fastnet Race, with the leader reaching the Fastnet Rock on the transom of the Mod 70, Argo and even the Ultims not fully shaking them off until they had passed Plymouth. Exiting the Solent, Mathieu Perrault and Jean-Baptiste Gellard on the Neuhauser-designed Inter-Invest led Erwin Leroux and Audrey Augereau on the VPLP penned Coesio out of the Solent alongside Banque Populaire, the mighty Ultim, literally twice their length. That evening they passed Portland Bill, hanging on to the coattails of actual Ultim 4, with Coesio now out in front heading deep into Lime Bay. Inter-Invest timed their tack back out of Lime Bay better than the others, overtaking Coesio, but the whole class remained tightly grouped.
It was the first time I go on the Fastnet with a race, so it was amazing. And to cross the first position in Ocean 50 was perfect. We made a really good upwind to go out from the Solent, and we were first at this moment, so it's never easy to start the race in first position, but as well then you can really catch the good option. So we made a good preparation in terms of forecast, and then that helped a lot for all the beginning of the race. And really tied with all the other competitors that make the race amazing as well. It was really tight, like I think every 15 or 30 minutes we were checking the apps to see where are they, what the speed. And then the big downwind, the Irish sea was really fast. I think we just wake up and we were in the city. Good job, boss.
It's not about the hard race, but about the hard work from the beginning of the winter. The whole team made a great job, and it's not about 2 people, it's about a team of 9 people working every day. Winning a race like this is a great achievement for everyone in the team.
We win race for them as well.
Sure.
The French sailor Elodie Bonifaux's spectacular start to her career in the IMOCA class continued today, as she followed up second place in the Course des Caps earlier this month, with her first victory in the class in the Rolex Fastnet Race. Racing with French veteran Yann Ellis, alongside Beausoleil Bourgnon and Gaston Morvan of France, Bonifaux's 29, reached the finish line off Cherbourg in the early hours of the morning, just 8 minutes ahead of second-placed Jeremy Bayou and his team on Charles. Bonnefou's crew on board, Association Petty's Prince's Queginer, had taken 2 days, 14 hours, and 7 minutes to complete the highly technical 695 nautical mile classic course from Cowes on the English south coast to Cherbourg via the Fastnet Rock off the southwest tip of Ireland. This year's course was mainly upwind to the rock and then downwind on the way back, as the 6 IMOCAs that completed the race sparkled close to the front of a Fastnet fleet of 444 boats.
On contrôle régulièrement.
And then we're going to join around. Okay?
On va au Fastnet encore une fois.
Voilà, on n'a pas donné beaucoup de nouvelles, on a passé le Fastnet de nuit.
It's the first time for me, and this is the start of a new project in Class IMOCA. So
in the
all
IRC
is
fleet,
really new
with the last
on
arrivals
this
in
race,
IRC Super
and
Zero,
that was
so
really
Christian Zorgels,
incredible.
upgraded VO70, Shus
For
2,
me, it's the
has
second
been
time in
confirmed as
Solent,
the winner,
and
finishing
I
on
think the
corrected
Fastnet
time
is
just
like
over an
the
hour ahead of
Capon
Roy M.
for
Disney's
us.
Turbo,
For the
VO70
start,
Pure Kit 70,
very nice,
with Juice
lots
Schuif's,
of boats,
Far
a little
100,
bit dangerous,
Leopard
but
3,
very exciting.
third. For a while, Shus 2 seemed a strong contender for IRC overall, but she subsequently
We
dropped
continue
down
to
the
discover
leaderboard
the
and is
boats, try
currently
a lot,
22nd.
and we
Had she won,
have
she would have
matched
been the
with
Rolex
other
Fastnet
boats,
Race's
so very
first
nice,
yacht to win
and
overall
finish
twice, but under different
to be
names.
first, so
she won in
it's
2019
really
as the Askew Brothers
very good
Wizard.
place.
Sadly, the Rolex Fastnet
Finish
Race was the
the
swan song of
light
Pure Kit
wind,
70
the
under her
currents
present
for
owner, and she
people of
is
the
now
crew
up for
race
sale.
on the Solitaire du Figaro, and I think the Solitaire du Figaro is the good training for the finish like that. So I think this race completes all of the part we trained before. When I was little, I followed Helen during the Vendée Globe, and I think this is my dream to do the same. So Helen McArthur is, for me, someone very important, and maybe I hope to do the same.
In the IRC fleet, with the last arrivals in IRC Super Zero, so Christian Zorgels, upgraded VO70, Shus 2, has been confirmed as the winner, finishing on corrected time just over an hour ahead of Roy M. Disney's Turbo, VO70 Pure Kit 70, with Juice Schuif's, Far 100, Leopard 3, third. For a while, Shus 2 seemed a strong contender for IRC overall, but she subsequently dropped down the leaderboard and is currently 22nd. Had she won, she would have been the Rolex Fastnet Race's first yacht to win overall twice, but under different names. She won in 2019 as the Askew Brothers, Wizard. Sadly, the Rolex Fastnet Race was the swan song of PureKit 70 under her present owner, and she is now up for sale.
If you want to win a race overall, you first got to win your class. We won our class. It was quite a challenge. These Volvo boats do really well in strong wind. We had a lot of light patches, in between almost no wind. So we struggled on Sunday quite a bit to get going towards the rock. It was a race with lots of challenges, but that's why you come. That's why it's the Fastnet.
Skippered by Linda Goddard, the Swan 53, Bedouin, representing Australia, has taken the top spot in IRC1, outperforming a highly competitive fleet in the 50 to 60-foot range. Racing with her daughters and close crew, Goddard's campaign combined Corinthian spirit with impressive offshore performance to deliver a memorable class win in the centenary edition of the race. It was a truly impressive performance for the team on Australian Linda Goddard's Swan 53 cruiser, Bedouin.
We are so happy to be here. This has literally been the best, and I'm just so glad that it all ended out how it did.
We're gonna probably celebrate now.
It was amazing. We had a great race. We had the most amazing crew. The weather was definitely more mild than we expected, which was good in some ways. Still a challenge though.
It's been a really interesting race because it's been so different to the other offshore races I've been doing, and especially having all these boats from all around the world, very, very competitive boats that we're racing against, has been a great experience. Thrilled to be part of the 100th anniversary of it as well.
The boat loved the conditions, you know, it was the perfect race for Bedouin. Upwind there, we picked some great shifts, we worked really well as a team.
Turning the rock was beautiful, you know, it was magical and mystical, and it was just that time of day which was kind of dusk, and it was really lovely.
Yeah, it was honestly just very beautiful, and we took so many beautiful videos. I knew that it existed, but seeing it in person was that much more impressive.
More exciting updates with our beautiful navigator Alice. Hi! It's just supposed to be fun, I think, and you can really see that. I mean, the team works super well together.
Yeah, it's never a dull moment on the boat. It really is one big family.
Everyone has such a good vibe together, and we have fun, we joke around, we play stupid games. There's no egos involved, it's just getting on with what you need to do and performing well.
I think she's an incredibly calm skipper, which puts everyone else at ease.
I think also first and foremost she's a role model. I think we all look up to her, and it's so amazing that we have a mother that is leading us through this.
Yeah, it was an intense few days, but it felt so short at the same time. I feel like we just left and now we're at the finish line already.
If every Fastnet's like that, I'd do it every time. I feel like it was a pretty good race. Beautiful conditions the whole way. So yeah, no, I'll definitely be back.
We couldn't have had a better group of people on board, and I think it shows with the way we sailed and our results, and I'm just really thrilled that I've got all these people around me so we're able to perform well.